What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update, rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the summer 2021 transfer window for everybody to enjoy. So if you want to stay up to date every single day, first and fast with the latest Manchester City transfer news, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. 19k subscribers, it is in my sight. We are less than 400 subs away, so any help towards that would be fantastic. Don't forget also social media links, you can find them in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries, Twitch link as well in the description below too. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video, aiming for 400 likes, and also don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below of what you make of these transfers. Without further ado, let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs. We've got one bit of news in the outs, and it comes in the form of a pretty big update on Ivan Ilic. Now, Sky Sport in Italy, they're reporting that Hellas Verona, they're preparing for more talks with Manchester City to try and sign Ivan Ilic this summer. My original indication was that they may be able to get him on another loan. Verona, though, they're preparing to pay a significant, I don't know how much significant is, but they're preparing to pay a significant amount to try and secure Ilich to their club because they believe he has all the qualities to succeed there, and he is a player of high priority at Hellas Verona. Now, we've had more details coming in from Manchester City, not just from Italy, but sources close to Manchester City as well, and the Manchester Evening News have been reporting that Manchester City, they want to sell Ivan Ilic this summer, and they're looking for a permanent transfer, and they are looking for cash. They've named their price. Manchester City are believed to be looking for £12 million for Ivan Ilic to leave our club this summer. They know that there is definite interest from Hellas Verona. However, the article does suggest that there are other clubs in the Serie A in Italy that are interested in signing Ivan Ilic as well, and so Manchester City are looking for £12 million for him to leave. Now, these are where Manchester City are very good in the transfer market in terms of player sales of players that aren't really around the first team squad, that have been loaned out here and there. Man City are very good at selling these players. They're very good at getting some really good fees. They're really good at getting some sell-on fees included, and also buyback clauses as well. Manchester City, I feel like, in this part of the market are very good, and it wouldn't surprise me if Ivan Ilic does leave Manchester City and it is for that amount named of £12 million. If he is sold for £12 million without any significant players leaving Manchester City this summer at this moment in time, including the money that we're going to get from Jadon Sancho's sell-on fee when he leaves Dortmund to sign for Manchester United, which will be any day now, it will take our incomings from transfers, if this transfer goes through of Ilic for £12 million, beyond £60 million, takes us beyond £62 million, which is great revenue for the club to be generating, particularly in the coronavirus market. And what Man City, I think, are aiming for here in outgoings, I think City are looking for that triple-digit £1 figure, which is £100 million there or thereabouts, because that will pay for, obviously, a transfer for us. We know Manchester City are interested in Harry Kane and Jack Grealish. I've accepted it, and I would say the sooner everyone else accepts that they're Man City's main targets this summer, and that's who Man City are trying to sign. The sooner you accept that, the better. I feel like it's probably is going to be these players or no players in terms of bringing players in, and that's what Manchester City are working on. That if we can generate some funds in, then £100 million allows us to sign Jack Grealish on a net spend of what? Nothing, and so then we can use the money in investments that the club generate through their own income, of course through sponsorships and things like that, that it would allow us to see if we can pursue to sign Harry Kane. It isn't uncommon for Man City to spend north of £100 million over our net spend. It isn't unusual for us to do that. We have done that in previous seasons, and ideally Man City wouldn't want to do that during the coronavirus market unless we are generating player sales as well. And so I just get the sense that City are just trying to accumulate as much money as possible from player sales and letting players leave that want to leave, particularly if you're not in the first team squad, and getting as much money accumulated together that we can go out there and bring in at least one player. And I get the sense that with Man City, that if Harry Kane isn't brought in, I think there will be the contingency of spending big and signing Jack Grealish, which will be for a Premier League record fee. But we'll have developments more on that, I'm sure, in the coming days and the coming weeks. I have a feeling both of them transfers will go well into August. It is literally just about being patient. And so, yeah, that's the direction City seem to be heading in. Maybe Man City might look towards some young players. That remains to be seen instead. Now, moving on to the ins, and speaking of young players, it takes us on to a new name. Comes in the form of Ilaix Moriba. I hope I've said his name right. He plays for Barcelona, but apparently he wants to leave Barcelona. He was hoping to get called up towards the first team squad and feature for Barcelona in pre-season. That has not happened, and apparently now he doesn't see himself as part of Ronald Koeman's plans, and so he wants to leave Barcelona. He is part of their academy, a central midfielder, 18 years old. Never seen him play, don't really know too much about him, but apparently Manchester City are keen on signing him. Chelsea also keen as well. It's not uncommon for us to sign Barcelona's young players. We do end up having some problems 2-3 years down the line when they want to either leave Manchester City to go somewhere else because they're unsettled, or they want to go back to Barcelona because they know now they are good enough to get into their first team squad. Eric Garcia, and so yeah, I do get a sense that yeah, we do kind of go along them routes, but it's Pep that's keen on signing Maribor. It's Pep that wants to bring him in, and Manchester City apparently more than willing to double his wages to bring him in to an annual fee of around €6 million. So yeah, that's quite a staggering amount of money, if I'm honest. So I'm just wondering whether he would be an academy player, or whether he would be promoted to the Manchester City first team squad to train with our players, or whether he'd be loaned out. I'm not too sure what the plan would be there for Moriba, but I would suggest that if you want to bring them in, you want to be bringing them in roughly around the ages of 17 to 18 to breed them in, that they can have 2 or 3 seasons to develop, and you can get an idea of how well they are progressing. But Manchester City, it sounds like, are trying to get this transfer sorted, so it wouldn't surprise me if this is the direction City are looking for in the transfer market, in trying to maybe bring in a couple of younger players towards the academy that maybe could be used in the first team squad as well. And certainly a player to look out for, and certainly a transfer for me to keep my eyes and ears open for. Now, moving on to our final story. This is really interesting. Nuno Mendes had 2 bits of updates on this. The first one came from sources in Portugal. It came from Record, who were normally quite reliable with this information, and we have had contradicting pieces of information gathered over the last 24 hours. They're saying, though, in Portugal that Manchester City are preparing to go back in for Nuno Mendes and are preparing an offer worth between 30 and 35 million euros, and Sporting Club de Portugal, who of course Nuno Mendes plays for, are expected to say no again. Now, Nuno Mendes, if you don't know him, 18-year-old left back at Sporting CP, had a very good season for them last season, and apparently Manchester City are just one of a numerous amount of European clubs eyeing him up. Apparently, though, Sporting CP, they're not willing to negotiate on anything unless it is over 50 million euros. They keep referring clubs back to his release clause, which is 70 million euros. Manchester City are very reluctant to be paying so much for a fullback. We have done it in the past, and City aren't keen on doing it again, certainly not this summer. But Sporting, word from them is that they're believed to be happy to be waiting or play the waiting game here for this transfer, and they're happy, if he doesn't leave this summer, to wait until the winter and see if anything could end up happening then instead. There is believed to be interest not just from Manchester City in England, but also Manchester United. Real Madrid and Barcelona's name has also been chucked out there as well. But it's believed that Manchester City, they're getting linked the most, because Man City are thought to be the team that's looking at left-backs with the most demand, so to speak. However, sources at Manchester City, this has been echoed by the MEN, it's been echoed by Martin Blackburn at The Sun, and it's been echoed by Jack Gaughan as well. These are all reliable Manchester City journalists, so to speak, and so they are... they know what they're talking about, and the word from the club and word from them is that Manchester City are not interested in signing Nuno Mendes this summer. Man City will not be signing a left-back this summer, and Nuno Mendes will not become a Manchester City player, and Manchester City have felt like they wanted this information out there because they're seeing us getting linked more and more with making bids for Nuno Mendes, and it quite simply isn't true. Man City are not interested in signing Nuno Mendes this summer. Reading between the lines here, I would presume that means Benjamin Mendy. There is no further interest from Inter Milan in him. They've not followed up their interest with an offer, and Benjamin Mendy will be staying at Manchester City. Now, a lot can change in the coming coming months. Of course, things can change heading in towards the winter window, but I'm more getting at things can change between now and the end of August when the transfer window does shut, and this is something that City could explore, but Man City aren't currently exploring that at this moment in time, and so Nuno Mendes right to the back burner isn't happening, done and dusted as far as I'm concerned there with Nuno Mendes. It'll be interesting to see if there is any more contradicting reports coming in from Portugal. However, it has been added by reliable sources at Man City that they are focusing on other players, and then players I named before, Jack Grealish and Harry Kane. That's what City are working on behind the scenes at this moment in time. There will not be developments on these players until they are back in training and Manchester City can start arranging meetings with the players' representatives, start speaking with the players and see where we go from there. In terms of actually trying to force a move, I probably would say it's more likely that Harry Kane would look to try and force a move away from Spurs than what Jack Grealish would. We'll see if he signs a new deal or not. If he doesn't sign a new deal, I expect movement perhaps to come with that, but again, that will come in the coming weeks for everybody to look forward to. And as I said at the beginning of the video, I will keep you guys up to date first and fast with the latest Manchester City transfer news every single day, doing daily Manchester City transfer updates for everybody to enjoy. So if you want to stay up to date every single day, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. 19k subscribers, less than 400 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to leave your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of these transfers. No go for Nuno Mendes. What are your thoughts? Trying to bring Maribor in from Barcelona. Have you seen him play? Let me know your thoughts. And also, what's your thoughts on Ivan Ilic? £12 million. Would you be accepting that? Do you think he's worth more? Do you think he's worth less? Do you think it's a good deal? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget also to check out my social media links. You can find them in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Twitch link as well in the description below too. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitch, that would be fantastic. August 1st, I'll be doing my first live stream on there for everybody to enjoy. And also don't forget thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Aiming for 400 likes. Can we hit that? That would be fantastic. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.